Right, let's see what this all means. And joining me now from Vienna is Willemsen. Good to have you on the programme. So Sebastian Kurz has stepped down as chancellor. How much of a surprise was this?
This was not really a surprise. After all the news broke during the week, the pressure on him was building. A couple of days ago, we saw an advertisement from his People's Party and all ministers saying, OK, we fully support Kurz, and if he has to go, we all will go. So there was full support for him. But now we have the idea that support within the party as well is a little bit reduced, and he felt, of course, pressure because of a vote of non-confidence that was announced by the opposition parties for next Tuesday. Mm-hmm. And the indications were that the Greens, his coalition partner, were actually going to vote in favor of this no-confidence vote, and that would, of course, mean that he had to step down then. So we think that he wanted to be ahead of that moment and save him that embarrassment.
Mm-hmm. And tell us, how serious are these allegations of corruption against Sebastian Kurz?
They are very serious. He still denies any allegations. He says, OK, some things happened with public money, but he wasn't involved in that. There were some people working in the Ministry of Finance when he was, and they created some falsified polls in favor of him, and he said he wasn't aware of that, and he certainly didn't ask them to do that. So he said he wasn't involved in this. But on the other hand, all this is coming up because prosecutors have been investigating one of his party, one of the other people in his party, Thomas Schmid, is a close friend of him, who he obviously helped into a major position in an Austrian company. And this guy, this Thomas Schmid, has a whole lot of chats, WhatsApp chats and SMS messages on his phone, and prosecutors have been looking into these messages, and they have been publicized this week. And if you read through these messages, well, you would say there can't be hardly any doubt that Kurz is actually has actually done wrong what he is accused of now.
And what do you expect the reaction to be like in the country? As you said, this was expected, but you know, we've heard some reaction from the Green leader saying that the resignation is in the right step. But also the public, how are they expected to react?
That's a good question. I just saw on television that I think about 100 people went to the Ballhausplatz, that's the square in Vienna, just in front of Kurz's office. And they were really celebrating. They were popping bottles of champagne and were really chanting and cheering that Kurz has gone. I'm not sure if that's if that speaks for the whole people, the whole population of Austria, but it still is a sign how much involved people are, of course, with this issue that's going on. Of course, the first reactions from political parties are also coming in, mm-hmm. And I think that Pam Randy Wagner, who is the chairman of the Social Democrats, she said, you know, Kurz just stepping down and staying in parliament means that he will remain as a shadow chancellor. He will remain in power because getting someone else into his place, Alexander Schallenberg, which is a close friend of him, will only reduce his power for the outside. But inside the party, things will not really change. And it's also what we hear from the Neos, the Liberal Democrats. They ask, is this just enough? Kurz will be the powerful person still in this party and also in the government. So the big question now is actually, what are the Greens going to do? The Greens, of course, are the coalition partner of the ÖVP in this government, and they still have to approve this move. I mean, Kurz has said that he has done that he has approached this is his proposal to get out of this chaotic situation, but the Greens still haven't officially confirmed that they agree with this. So there's still a possibility that if they say, well, that's not enough for us, that the whole government maybe could fall. So that's still waiting for the official reaction from the Greens. All
right, so the entire government could fall. OK, this is a story we need to watch very carefully indeed. Willemsen, live for us in Vienna, thank you so much for updating us on this breaking news.